What a fine day to discuss muscles. Muscles are everywhere. In fact, I used to have them myself. But what about drawing them? How do you show someone has muscle? And how does the muscle interact with the human body in motion translated to a picture, your drawing?
By only drawing what is necessary. What's necessary? That's up to you. You like drawing a lot of muscles?
For example, we speak with an American accent here. This basketball player by Bartosz Kosowski, I hope I said that right, I probably didn't. Look at how he draws the biceps. He looks strong. He looks like an athlete. He doesn't look like me. How's that? His buffness is really only shown by about 3 or 4 lines. This type of summarizing, in my very humble opinion, is what separates amateur artists from professional artists.
Now, don't get me wrong, that does not mean you can't have a very well-muscled style, very detailed like an artist like Jim Lee. What I am saying is no matter how you draw, you always want to be looking to summarize your art so that you can present your viewer with a nice, intelligible, there's no camera there. A nice, intelligible piece of art, and I threw myself off.
But Shate, how do you draw muscles? Okay, there's no way around this. You need to study anatomy. Now, you don't need to study it like a medical student. You need to study something called artistic anatomy, which is basically the muscles you would see when you look at somebody in plain clothes. You don't need to know where the exodia femoris connects to the dynamis thoracotropolis connects to. You don't need to know any of that. There are some insertions you need to know, but not many. But you do need to know how muscles operate so you can draw muscles accurately in different positions.
This video is a great example of what I'm talking about. Notice how when he reaches up, his muscles look different, or if he reaches to the side, his muscles look different, and you can actually see that. Now, if you don't have any idea what's going on in the underlying anatomy, you won't know how to draw pictures the way you want to. Now, unless you're drawing something like anime or something very cartoony, I guess this doesn't matter as much, but even in that, you can see it a little bit. And the way to get this knowledge, listen, there are plenty of amazing anatomy books, and they'll actually teach you the muscles that you need to know, and they won't teach you all the extra stuff that you would get in a medical journal or a medical book. Any online publication, and I would go by topic, and I would stay in the athletics genre, so like mixed martial arts, CrossFit, gymnast, anything where you are seeing muscles doing a lot of things where you can clearly see the muscles indicated. There's also something that is very important when it comes to studying anatomy. Now listen, anatomy books a lot of times will have nude models. Depending on your level of maturity, maybe you can do that and not have your mind go crazy. But I will say there is way too much sexualization in art. Too many people drawing crazy characters. There's too much lack of respect, in my opinion, for human beings, for the human body, in culture, in beauty, in everything in general. Look, I'm a Christian. I'm gonna speak from where I come from, but there is a way to look at the human body that honors God and that honors women and men. So when you are studying anatomy, do so in a way that is appropriate to your maturity. And there is something that I'll have to do in the next video or another video of how to draw these muscles. Like, you're not gonna be drawing little tendons everywhere, but how to draw them in like geometric shapes like a cube or a triangle or a diamond in a way that translates, in a way that translates to your final drawing and doesn't look overly technical, but looks like a beautiful piece of art. Does that make sense? If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe. Love you lots and lots.